So guys, in today's video I will be sharing with you top 5 of the newest perfumes in my collection. So make sure to keep on watching to find out everything about them because they're really good. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel right now if you are here for the first time, and please give this video a huge thumbs up, and once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to today's video, in which I want to run you through top 5 of the newest and already my favorite perfumes from the collection at the moment, and all of them I got from So Avant-Garde webshop, which is an amazing place for everyone who loves niche perfumery, because the selection of brands that you can choose from is amazing there, and you can shop my OG favorites like Nichane, BDK, Quinto Canto, and so many more cool brands that they constantly add to the catalog. And what's really cool is that with my promo code you can actually save money, and that affiliate link will be down below, so make sure to check it out in case you decide to buy something from them. Definitely feel free to use it. But with that being said, let's just dive into this video. And all of these fragrances are amazing. Some of them I've never smelled before, and two others I've already tried and loved, so I'm really happy to finally own them in full size. But let me first tell you about this fragrance by Banana Republic that is called Tuberose Overdose. Love the name and love this beautiful coralish orangey bottle. It is so pretty. I mean, like, the box is the same color as the bottle, so that is really cool. And the fragrance is also very nice. As you might remember, I actually really enjoyed the note of tuberose. It can be very different. Floral, very carnal, animalic, plasticky, so different. But this is rather like a fresh take on this beautiful note. And although the fragrance is called Tuberose Overdose, I feel like tuberose is not the main note in here, because there is a lot going on. First of all, in the opening it is pretty fruity. That makes sense because in the top we have blackcurrant and ginger with green apple, which is definitely not the mainstream note these days, and it is really crisp and juicy when you spray it on, because blackcurrant gives this fruity and explosive vibe. The green apple creates more like a crisp atmosphere, and ginger, is there, for the overall fresh effect. Then the fragrance changes more into the floral, beautiful bouquet, because in there is jasmine, of course the tuberose, but also other flowers like peony and frangipani with tiare flower. So it smells summery for sure, thanks to the fruity notes, but also the flowers are very tropical and nice, so it's not too overwhelming, it's not too much. Although the name says Tuberose Overdose, in the base it has this beautiful woodsyness and muskiness. There is a note of ambroxanite, and I looked it up, so it's a very expensive molecule that apparently smells like something musky, maybe in the way ambroxan does, but it is so much more expensive, and it's ambery and very long lasting. So is this fragrance, the juiciness, the liveliness, this vibrance feel is there all the time. So it's like a juicy, fruity, floral tuberose. That reminds me of vitamin C. I am not sure if you know what I'm talking about, but it just has this beautiful vitamin C effect, style, mood. I don't know the word, but you got me. So it's a perfect fragrance if you are just looking for a great summer perfume. It's amazing. It's not that expensive, and I'm really interested in more perfumes by this brand because they have a few other bottles, the colors of which I really enjoy. So let me know if you've already tried anything from them. But let's move on to the next fragrance, which is actually from the Bentley brand, and I already have two perfumes from them, so in case you missed my reviews, here they are. So this is a Beyond the collection, and two perfumes I have is Radiant Osmanthus and Vibrant Hibiscus. Both are beautiful, and I loved that they always have this very elegant vibe. So the fragrances are not necessarily focused on a specific note, although they are called like you would expect them, you know, oh, this is the scent of hibiscus or osmanthus, but not really. They are so seamlessly blended, none of the notes really stands out. So the new fragrance from their collection that I got and was really excited about, because I was so convinced that this is a great line by those two fragrances that I really want to eventually get all of them, and they are available on this website, which is pretty exclusive. So just in case you're interested in them, you can choose from the entire collection. And of course I needed to grab Mellow Heliotrope. By the way, look at this beautiful bottle. I mean, like, it's huge, it is heavy, it's very nice design, like with this matte gradient effect here and glossy top. So beautiful. And the fragrance, oh my god, like, I already have so many fans for it, including myself, so I wanted to give it to Benny because he enjoys musky and clean powdery fragrances. But then my mom smelled it and she was like, oh, I want it too, and I feel it suits her a bit better just because it reminds me of one of the best perfumes out there that I adore so much and always associate with my mom, because she used to wear Miracle by Lancôme when I was little, and this is sort of like a more, not grown up, but definitely expensive and niche version of it, and it's like the perfect perfume that leans feminine, and Benny loves it. So now I'm like, what should I replace it with? So Benny won't be disappointed and I can give him something nice and just give it to my mom, because although I love to wear it myself, I have a feeling that she's around when I smell it, because this is a beautiful, powdery, delicate, tender, sweet type of fragrance. We have some floral notes in here, we have some sweet notes in here, heliotrope, vanilla, praline, pink pepper, alamy, raspberry, cassis, gardenia, mandarin, and ambrette musk, to name a few. And it's just like the most tender, beautiful, pretty powdery fragrance that you want to put on when you go out to do something special, or even when you're staying at home but you have something special going on, because the fragrance has such a beautiful and very, you know, glamorous vibe that I feel like it's definitely suitable for more posh occasions. So with that being said, let's move on to the fragrance that is super cozy, that I loved at first sniff. I had a sample of this perfume, which is a newer one from the brand Musk Milano, that you guys know I like a lot, right? And it is called, can you actually guess it? What do you think is it? Lost Alice. So the fragrance inspired by the Alice in Wonderland. So good, so delicious, so mouth-wateringly amazing, because first of all, it's definitely a very like exquisite scent that combines many different gourmand notes, and it is gourmand, but it is very exquisite, you know, not edible gourmand, although it definitely makes you crave a carrot cake, because that's kind of how many people describe it, and I need to agree with them. By the way, so comfortable and cozy, it's gonna go right in there. So with that being said, you guys, we have ambrette musk in here, bergamot, black pepper, and clary sage in the opening. So there is this beautiful tea party setup when you spray it on, bergamot with clary sage. They are there for the tea element, and you will get it. It's fresh, it's beautiful, but then we have the note of black tea, so it's getting a bit deeper, and orris and carrot. They bring in the texture. The texture is powdery but not really sweet, so the orris root is for the, you know, this beautiful velvety, cashmere, rooty vibe. The carrot in there, I feel like it's a very beautiful note that makes it so unique. There's also milk with sandalwood and broom, so it is smooth. And if it's milky, then this is probably the smoothest and most perfumey lactonic perfume I've ever smelled. That is comforting, that is delicious, but not, you know, like this sweet type of gourmand fragrance. It's definitely for those who struggle with gourmand scents, because once again, it's the most exquisite, powdery, woody, and at the same time fresh, because of the tea note gourmand fragrance I've ever smelled, and it is very wearable. I think it's gonna be suitable for men and women, and I'm excited that so Avantgarde started to carry Musk Milano brand, so just in case you need some more inspiration and background information about the brand, I have some interviews with their owners and other reviews on the fragrances on my channel, and all help information you'll find linked down below. But with that being said, let's move on to another very yummy fragrance, but that is more sincerely gourmand. Like this one is so sweet, and I've been looking for a sexy gourmand to wear like in the transitioning time from summer into autumn, and I've read great reviews on this fragrance that comes in such an interesting bottle. I don't know what to think about it, but it's kind of cool. Check it out. So the name is Intimate, wait a minute, Intimate Sichue. I'm so sorry for my French, and the brand is a Christian Cyrano. So this is the bottle. It's kind of like when you are dancing and you know your dress has the movement and it creates this beautiful, nice thing. You know what I mean, right? So the fragrance features amazing notes of sesame in the top. So this is sort of like a spice and at the same time not really. So it's an interesting note. I smelled quite a few fragrances with it and I loved all of them. Then we have hazelnut in here, and I love hazelnut. I feel like it adds a lot of texture to the fragrances. Other than that, there is also vanilla, and that's it for the sweetness. We have some woody notes like amberwood, sandalwood, cashmere musk, and a hint of jasmine. But you guys, by the way, this is how it looks when you open it up, and it smells so sweet, so sexy, so vanillic, and I love how, I would say, tenacious it is. It smells like a gourmand dessert that you candid and put into the perfume, and some people compared it to my all-time favorite fragrance that I am still having on my wish list and really want to buy, which is of course Italica by Xerjoff, and I was a bit curious if they can be compared, and you know what, yes, they are similar in the way that there is almost something almondy in both of them, like creamy, like tonic, almondy, but they are a bit different. By the way, we had guests last night, and one of Benny's best friends actually bought Italica by Xerjoff, and because he knows that I love it so much, he actually wore it yesterday, and I complimented him all the time. So this fragrance definitely is in the same style. If you enjoy that, this is for sure a much more inexpensive alternative, and with my code it's going to be even cheaper for you, so definitely give it a try. I have another fragrance from this brand that is very close to Baccarat Rouge, but since I'm not the biggest fan of that, I mean, like, I would wear this so much more often, and I just love it. I mean, like, I was so pleasantly surprised by this perfume. I didn't know what to expect. I wanted the vanilla in here to be beautiful, and it is amazing. Absolutely gorgeous for, you know, like going into the autumn time when it's gonna be colder. I'll be wearing it more and more, and it's more like the perfume for after work time, in the evening, because it's playful and sexy, exactly what I wanted from it. But let's end this video on the very fresh and very pretty note, because this next perfume is the one that I feel deserves all the attention that it is getting, because ever since Imaginary Authors, which is, by the way, one of the most creative indie brands out there, released Fox in the Flower Bed, so many people got excited about it, including myself, and I've already sampled it when I got a decant of this perfume from Equation Natural web shop, but I've been really wanting to add this bottle to my collection because it's a collector piece, so beautiful. I adore designs of Imaginary Authors, but this one with the Fox in the Flower Bed, just check it out. so uplifting, so mesmerizing and fairy tale like. So the fragrance is just as dreamy as the design is. In here we have jasmine, tulips, frankincense, wildflower, honey, pink peppercorn, silver thistle, and alpine air. So you guys, I need to make a confession. This perfume is probably the freshest jasmine I've ever smelled in my life, but at the same time, and it might sound a bit crazy, but there is something animalic and almost dirty in there. Sometimes I'm getting this vibe from certain musk molecules, but there is no musk listed in the notes. However, there is fox on the bottle, and it's an animal, right? So there is something animalic but clean and fresh going on. Maybe that is actually type of jasmine that acts that way in here, but it's not that indolic, overpowering, aggressive, nor a tea-like jasmine. It's so unique. It is so fresh. This alpine air accord is so noticeable in there, and although some people say it smells vintage or old-fashioned, I can understand where that comes from and what they mean, but I politely disagree, because this fragrance for me is ultra modern. It is fresh. It's like beautiful jasmine, so pure and innocent, smells somewhere on the natural mountain, you know, where you don't expect it to grow, but it does, and it smells so good. It is very well in the way how it projects, so it's a noticeable perfume, and it's like a very fresh, floral, classy type of fragrance, very dreamy and even mysterious sometimes, and it performs great in the spring and summer time, but I personally enjoy to wear it when it's a bit chillier outside, because the sillage then, it's something very, very cozy and at the same time elegant. So I highly recommend you guys to give it a try in case you love white floral perfumes and you can appreciate fresh and sweet nuances in them. This is also one of the first indie brands that I discovered, because I've been so intrigued by the very unusual and sometimes even fantasy-like notes that they use. So keep on your mind that you can check out like the whole playlist of my reviews on many other imaginary author fragrances. And with that being said, those were all 5 new perfumes that I currently have in my fragrance collection. Let me know if you're familiar with any of them. If you have any questions left regarding these or anything else, I'm here to answer them. And I would love to know what are the newest perfumes in your collection. So let's chat down below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you found it helpful and learned maybe about some new and interesting fragrances and could use my discount, you know, to save some money, then feel free, go ahead, give this video a huge thumbs up, check out the description box, follow me on my social media to stay in touch, and of course subscribe to my channel, activate the bell to stay updated when I post something new, and make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.